Hey guys, what's going on? This is going to be my second Let's Play of the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game, Rise of the Rune Lords. This is the base set still. I don't have any expansions except for the character expansion. But yeah, I'm going to be playing Attack on Sandpoint. So this is the first scenario in the Burnt Offerings adventure, which is Adventure Pack 1 that comes with the base set. But yeah, hopefully you guys like it. If you want to check out any of my other videos, feel free to like and subscribe, all that stuff. Anyway, I have the first video that I made where I fought Blackfang, and you can check that out too. There's going to be a link in the description if you need to help find that. Anyway, so Attack on Sandpoint. Awesome. Wielding torches and crackling war songs, goblin raiders dash through the streets of Sandpoint. Find the goblins' ruthless gecko-mounted leader, Chief Ripnugget, and unmask their ally in Sandpoint before the miniature maniacs set the entire town ablaze. So this scenario, you're going to be fighting goblins that are trying to terrorize the town of Sandpoint, hence Attack on Sandpoint, and find their leader. So the villain is Rip Nugget, and he's riding a gecko, and you have to fight both of those guys. So the point of the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game is to basically corner the villain in one of these different locations. We're trying to close locations so that way you can corner him. And once you have him cornered, if you defeat him and he can't move to another location, then you win the game. So let's get to it. I guess we'll just go first with Velros, and I'll try to get their hand started up. He favors weapons, and his hand size is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as long as he has a weapon in here, he's good to go. And we do a long sword, and then we'll go over to Lim. And he gets to pick what his favorite item is, and it's going to be a weapon as well, and he's only allowed to have one weapon, so let's hope it's in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And no weapon, so he discards that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and draw. And there I have the Deathbane light crossbow, which is amazing and awesome. I shuffle these cards back in. I should be ready to start. All right. So Velros will go. I think we're going to team up together again at the first location so we can try to bust one out before we go to the other ones. How are we going to close these? Banish a card from your hand. There is a couple monsters there. We're going to go to the town square first. We're going to check and see if Mr. Ripnugget's terrorizing everyone in the town square. So Velros will go first. And go. Caltrops. This is an object basic. It requires a dexterity check, which he is not too bad at dexterity. Banish this card to evade a monster whose highest difficulty. Banish this card to defeat a monster whose highest difficulty is 9. That's kind of cool. But it's got 2 banish abilities. I'm not going to do anything to boost this. We're just going to roll a d8 for dexterity, and I need a 4. And I got a 4, so it goes into his hand. I'm going to discard the Troubadour to explore my location again. So put that in my discard pile. I forgot to do the blessings. Always forgetting the blessing. Blessing of Ilror. Discard this card to add 1 to a die check. Discard this card to add 2 dice to a non-combat intelligence check. So that blessing is intelligence-based. Okay. But anyway, discard the Troubadour to go again. And the card is Troubadour. Wow. They're all holding flowers for me. Or maybe it's just flowers in a cup. Anyway, check. Dexterity Acrobatics or Charisma Diplomacy. Oh, I don't have that stuff. I do have Charisma Diplomacy. It's a d6 plus 2. I don't know how well that's going to work out. I'm not that worried about it. he adds to a non-combat charisma or dexterity check. We are going to just roll and see what happens. A 1 is not going to do it. He is banished back to the box. All right, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in hand, so he's good to go. His max hand size is 4, so he's just going to stay with that. And then it's Lim's turn. Dun, dun, dun. Lim the Halfling Bard, exploring the town square to find the Goblin Warchanter. So I forgot to mention the attack on Sandpoint. When you defeat a monster with the Goblin trait, roll 1d6. On a 1, each character in the location takes 1 fire damage. Each character in the location. I'm so happy that we're teamed up together here. Okay, before the encounter, succeed on a Wisdom 8 check, or you may not play spells with the attack trait or weapons. Oh, that seems terrible. I have a D6 for Wisdom. At least I got a bunch of good stuff. Once again, Blessing. This one works 2 dice when playing a spell. So, Blessing of Phantasma. Okay, Goblin Warchanter. What should we do? I think I might need to spend a Blessing to try to get another D6. And then I still have to get an 8 on 2d6, which is not likely. That's bad odds. I want to be able to play weapons. I don't want to take all the damage. Alright. I am going to discard a Blessing of the Gods to get another d6. And I'm going to hope for an 8 or better. On 2d6, the average is 7, normally you get 7. So an 8 is hard to get. Let's try to do this. Yep, 3 is not going to cut it. So I may not play spells with the attack trait or weapons. This guy has... Golly, this hurts me so bad. Okay, I'd only get a D4. Since I'm in the same location as Velros, I get another D4. But an 8 on 2 D4s is not going to happen. I can discard another Blessing to hopefully not take as much damage. I don't know that I'm going to beat this guy with 3 D4s. For my strength attack on this guy. But I can try, maybe. I mean, I'm just trying to mitigate damage because I don't want to have to discard all my cards. That would be really bad. Okay. Lim, you're always getting yourself into trouble. Should have known not to chase after the Goblin Warchanter. 3, 4, 5, 6. That means I take 2 damage. Okay. I'm going to get rid of Masterwork and Staff of Minor Healing. This guy gets shuffled back into the deck. He seems like a jerk. Also, no, I didn't defeat him, so I don't have to roll to take even more damage. Thank goodness. Lim is going to play Cure on himself, and he's going to shuffle 1d4 plus 1 cards at random from my discard pile into my deck. So that's 4, because I rolled a 3. Wait, that's all of them. And I shuffled them. So I took a lot of damage, but I was able to cure it all up. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna leave my cure in the discard pile because Lim's pretty good at being able to grab stuff out of the discard pile. I'm ending my turn there because that was terrible. That goblin punched me in the face, and it was not fun. I have to draw 5 cards because I only have 1 in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm so glad I had that cure that I could play. All right, back to Velaros, starting with the Blessing. Blessing of Yggdrasil. I'm probably getting all of these wrong. This one helps dexterity-based combat checks, which I do not think Velaros will be doing. All right, got my 4 cards in hand. Gonna go for this thing. It's the Traitor. Before the encounter, discard a random ally from your hand. Okay, I don't have one. This guy's got a combat of 11. So I get... Normally I get a D10. And that's +4 because when I got my skill feat, I plussed his strength. So for melee, I'm going to be revealing my longsword, which has my melee die plus a D8. And does Lim want to help with checks? Once per turn, you may recharge a card to add 1d4 to a check attempted by another player at a location. I can add a 1d4 by recharging a card. I don't really want to recharge a card. I like these. I think he might be good with this. He's got, golly, so 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, I have better than average chance of hitting an 11 on that. In theory. I don't want to take damage. Well, I have this shield. If I do take damage, I can use a shield. Alright, let's do it. So this attack is +4 with his melee strength. Longsword to the traitor's face. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I needed every bit of my melee strength bonus. Every single bit of it. The traitor's dead. I am not a fan of that guy. The longsword goes back to my hand. And I don't have anything to let me continue going. So he is done. It's back to Lim's turn. This one helps out with non-combat dexterity checks. Ooh. Alright, I'm going to discard. I'm going to use his ability. At the start of your turn, you may exchange 1 card in your hand with 1 card of the same type in the discard pile. I'm going to get rid of Strength and add Cure back into my hand. Because, you know, healing's a thing. And then, I guess I'm exploring this bad boy. Cure! I want another one of those. Like, really bad. You could be the Curing Master. Wisdom Divine 6. My Wisdom is only a D6. That is unfortunate. Non-combat dexterity checks up there. I can use the Blessing of the Gods to add another D6. Let's do it. Blessing of the Gods, another D6. I really want this cure spell. Because you can never have too many cure spells. You just cure everybody. And I do not have any bonuses on this. So I need a 6 on 2d6. Easier than the average. 5, 6, 7. There's that average for you. And I will put Cure in my hand. I will play Staff of Minor Healing. I will recharge this card and another random card from the discard pile. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Recharging with Blessing of the Gods. That's the one I wanted. We'll put these on the bottom of the deck because that's what you do when you recharge things. And Lim's going to stop. He draws one card because he's missing one. And it's back to Velros's turn. This one gives you 2 dice for strength-based combat checks. All right. And we're going to do some exploring. Velros back on top. Bam. What? Who shuffled this? It's another cure. Man, Lim could use that. Velros is not going to be able to do anything with that. Reveal this card and choose a character in your location. I mean, he can still play it, I guess, if he gets it, but he won't be able to keep it at the end of the game. I can trade it into his. We still want this card. Oh, if you don't have the divine skill, banish this card. Well, I can't play it with him. But what is his wisdom? A D4. A D4. I can recharge a card to give him another die. I'm actually going to recharge one of the cures I have, just because I don't need like 5 cures in my hand. But I do want to get this other one, so I'm going to give him another D4 by Lim helping him out with his recharging to do a check. Velros is going to try to get some cure spells. I need a 6 on 2D4. I don't think the odds are in my favor. Well, that would be a 2. Way to go. That's banished to the box. Can't win them all, folks. I can't keep going with any of the cards that I have in my hand. I kind of just need to get rid of some of these cards. They kind of stink. All right, Lim, your turn. I could exchange something for strength. I'm not going to do that. Let's go ahead and blessing it up. Discard this card to add 2 dice to a non-combat charisma check. Because you're looking fine when you have that blessing. All right, Lim. Do not run into that goblin again. We can't afford it. Guide. What's up, man? Is survival wisdom 7 or charisma diplomacy 6? I have charisma is a D10. Charisma diplomacy is +3. So we're just going to beast this thing out. That's a D12. I need a D10. Mad cheats. Mad cheats. 7, 8, 9, 10. It gets me the guide. I do not know that I want to explore this location because I really don't want to run into that one guy. Because I can't do crap. I can't do crap with just my strength if I can't play weapons. So we're gonna slow my roll, and we're gonna go to Velros. I don't draw any cards because I added 1 to my hand. And this is add 2 dice of spells. Velros is back in the game, and he's going to Mystical Inscription. You can get all the spells if you have Intelligence Arcana. So I don't know if anybody else knows, like these when it says check to defeat Intelligence Arcana, you specifically have to have Intelligence Arcana to be able to do it. Normally I've just been saying, oh, I don't have Arcana, so I'm going to have to roll the 10, and I feel like if I had Arcana I'd have a bonus to it or something. But he's going to fail this. He needs a D6 for intelligence. He needs a 10. Does Lim even want to... No, it's not going to happen. 5. He fails. Golly, I'm going so slow. There is like not many cards left in this deck. You may discard a card in your hand to explore during your turn. It may not be recharged. Probably should have read that sooner, but we're going to do that. We're going to get rid of can discard. Ooh. We're going to discard the wooden shield. We're going to explore again with Belrose. Goblin warchanter. I was hoping not to face you, because with the Wisdom 8 check on this guy, we have a D4. Dude, you're making poor choices. It's not worth trying to get up there, so we're just going to Blessing it up to make it actually work. That is a 2 against his needing an 8. So I cannot play spells with the attack trait or weapons. So I'm going to have to go off my base strength here, which is 10, luckily. This is a basic object. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the Caltrops that I got, because forget this guy. Caltrops, banish this card to defeat a monster whose highest difficulty to defeat is 9 or lower. Guess what? He's an 8. You're dead, but I have to banish the Caltrops. You know, I didn't like that guy. And now I don't have to worry about it. But I defeated a goblin. Well, does it say banish? Defeat. Yes, I defeated a goblin, so I have to roll a d6. If I roll a 1, I take 1 fire damage. 2 is not a 1. All right. All right, I'm going to draw 2 cards to fill my hand back up. Well, never mind. I was going to say much better, but not really. These cards are still kind of mediocre at best. All right, beginning my turn. I don't care about strength. Lim needs to reveal a spell or a blessing. Blessing that helps with spell checks again. Nice. Lim. We're about to be fighting some guys. There's only 2 cards left. All right, here we go. Goblin Raider. This is the henchman. So these are the goblins that were trying to run out of Sandpoint. But it is not the gecko-riding goblin Ripnut. So this is one of the henchmen. So let's see. If undefeated, bury 1 item or weapon of your choice from your discard pile. So you have to bury it. Lame. If defeated, you immediately may attempt to close a location. To close, you have to banish a card from your hand. That seems interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to reveal my Deathbane crossbow, so that way I get to do my dexterity die, which is a d8, plus the Deathbane crossbow, which is a d8. And then it also adds 1 to that, and then I get 1 for my dexterity for my feat bonus. I also get to add a d4 when I'm in combat at my location with my buddy Velros here. I have to get an 8 to defeat this guy. I have 2 d8s, and then plus 2 to whatever I roll. 2 d8s and d4, and then plus 2. That seems like pretty good odds. I gotta get this guy. I think we got this. Because I got 2 just in plus stats, so that should help a lot. Well, there's a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Doubled you, sir. All right, so when defeated, I immediately may attempt to close a location, but also I defeated a goblin, so I have to roll a d6. If I roll a 1, I take a damage. Roll a 3, no damage. I am going to have to banish a card, like goodbye forever. We're going to banish Blessing of the Gods. I mean, blessings are really good in the game, but I can get that back if I need it. This gets closed. On closing, each character in this location must immediately choose a card and recharge it. Each character may then draw a card. That's kind of cool. And we're going to put the guide underneath my deck, and then immediately draw a card. Each character at the location, so Velros is also going to have to do that, which I'm actually pretty excited about. We'll do Elven Breastplate. I need better weapons here. Night's Watch. Alright, so this location is closed for business. So yeah. That means I need to banish the last card. That would have been awesome. Oh well. And then I need to recharge Lim's hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. And then we're back to Velros. Velros is going to reveal the blessing. 2 dice to a non-combat dexterity check is mediocre. This one, defeat. When closing, defeat or acquire the next card in the deck. If there isn't one, you may close this location automatically. Okay, we're going to go here. And we're going to explore that thing. Blessing of Glorm. Strength-based combat checks. That's what I do. I would like that. Ooh, a strength 4. I get a D10. It's just regular strength. Let's just roll it. Let's just roll it. If I get it. Nope. I would have liked to have had that in my deck. That would have, like, helped you out, Sir Velros. Your hand size of 4 is kind of depressing. We're going to discard the Night's Watch to go again. And Spyglass. Wisdom Perception. Reveal this card to add a D6 to your perception check. Maybe a perception of 4. I think I get a D4 for wisdom. Oh snap. Can I get a 4? I got a 4. I don't think I wanted that. Okay. I'm going to discard this Spyglass that I just got. I can discard it to examine the top 2 cards of my location deck and put them back in any order. So the top 2 cards are the Giant Gecko, not the gecko we're looking for, and Blessing of, it's the one that helps with the spell checks. If undefeated, shuffle the gecko into a random open location. I guess you have to roll the die and see where it goes. We'll put the Blessing on the top. Well, the gecko's not that hard to beat. We'll put the Blessing on the top. Lim can try to get it. And then I'm going to play Potion of Healing. Banish this card. Goodbye forever, Potion of Healing. Go back to the item slots. And then I get to roll a D4 and heal that mini random from me. And we'll take a 2 on that. I wouldn't mind if it's just the Troubadour and the Night's Watch, so I can discard them to explore locations faster. 1, 2. Levels the Troubadour and the Spyglass. When I heal with the Potion of Healing, it choose a character at your location, shuffle them into my deck. So it gets shuffled into the deck. So I could be getting the Troubadour and the Spyglass sooner than if I just recharged it. And it mixes this up a little bit. Velros is stopping with his turn. He has to draw 2 cards. Chainmail. An Elven Breastplate. Again. Okay. Lim, what are you going to do, sir? We're just going to team up. We're just going to work together. I mean, I'm just playing solo, so we go here, we work together. If it's another henchman, like, we're golden. And then we can split up on these, so that way whenever we find him, we can kill him right away. Okay. These characters just work really good together when they're doing stuff, because they both have abilities that work when stacked together. Alright, let's do this. Exploring Limb. It's a blessing. I already knew that. Intelligence, Arcane, Divine. We have Divine with my Charisma +1, so I get a D10 +1. And I need a 5. I got an 11 altogether. Got a 10 and then 1. So I gain this to my hand. I might go again and just fight that gecko right now. Yeah, I'm going to discard the guide to explore my location. So here comes the gecko, and I will reveal Deathbane like Christ crossbow. These goblins got so many geckos up in here. Okay, this gives me a D8 plus my dexterity, which is a D8, +1, and I'm in the same place as Velros. I get a D4. Do I need to do more than that? I have 2 D8s and a D4 +2. I think we're good. Let's roll this. As long as the dice don't hate me, it should be great. Make it happen. There's an 8 right there. I think that'll count. Plus another 8. 16 again. I'm glad I'm not wasting craziness on this. He goes away, and he's not a goblin, so I don't have to roll the D6, so that's a good thing. The Deathbane crossbow goes back in my hand. I don't think I played any cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did play a card. I played a guide, but I gained something as well. Alright, I don't think that I actually revealed the card. So here's Limbs, which is Blessing of the God, and then here's Velros's. Another Blessing of the Gods. That's the worst one to have up there, by the way. I mean, not that I've taken advantage of any of the other ones that's up there anyway. So next is Velros. And you're going to be stabbing somebody with a scimitar, probably. Or getting an Elf Scout. That would be really good in Lynn's deck. Probably not good for you. Probably won't even be able to make it happen. A Diplomacy Charisma. I have a D6 +2 to try to get 7. It does not happen. I get 6. So close. Goodbye, Elf Scout. Okay, I don't think I have anything to continue on. I don't want to take this stuff this slow. I need to find the henchman faster than this. Okay, Lim's turn. Blessing of the Gods. That's the way it happens. Exploring. Siren. Siren is so bad. All damage dealt by the siren is mental damage that cannot be reduced. If undefeated, examine the top 3 cards of your deck and discard any allies. Shuffle any remaining cards in your deck. Not that bad overall. For some reason I thought it was terrifying. Deathbane crossbow. 8 + 8 plus a D4 because Velros is here. And he is helping me bash people's skulls in. And then I have 2 D8s plus a D4 +2 because the Deathbane crossbow gives me 1, and because my dexterity is +1 because, you know, skill feats are a thing. Roll these dice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because of the stats. Oh, this is Wisdom. Oh, this is Wisdom. Anyway, so there was that whole messing up completely. I thought I had him killed exactly, which I did have it killed exactly with my weapon. This is why the siren's back, because it's Wisdom. Okay. My Wisdom's a D6. Let's see. Um, uh, I am going to check to defeat wisdom. So that's not even combat, so I don't think I even get the D4. Combat check. This is a wisdom check. I don't know that I'm that wise. I'm going to discard this blessing to get another D6. So, wait, if it's all damage dealt by the siren is mental damage that cannot be reduced. Interesting. I don't like you. We're going to get another D6 by discarding another blessing. 3d6 plus nothing. I need to get an 8. If I discard those blessings and then fail this roll too, just cry. Ooh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Siren is not a goblin. I don't have to roll for that. I do not like that. I'm going to play Cure, which lets me shuffle a 1d4 random cards from my discard pile into my deck, then discard this card. So we're going to shuffle in 2 cards at random into my deck. 1, 2. And let's go here. And Cure goes back. One of the blessings that, well, I think I had 2 blessings. I think I put 2 blessings back in the deck just now, which is good because that's what I need. I think I'm okay with this. I have to draw 3 because I'm down 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. That's okay. Next, for Velros, add 2 dice to a non-combat wisdom check. Non-combat wisdom check. What good are you? I don't know. Velros, how's it going? It's your turn. Okay. We are going to explore Rip Nugget and Stickfoot, which is the villain, which is not what I wanted to find in this location. Before the encounter, succeed on a Stealth 9 check, or the difficulty to defeat Rip Nugget is increased by 2. So Rip Nugget is the second one I have to fight. So first I have to fight Stickfoot. Alright, Mr. Stickfoot, I need a 9 to beat you. I start out with a D10 for my strength. With my longsword, I get to add a D8 to that. Oh, before the encounter, so I need to do the stealth check right now. Stealth is not a thing that I have. But I think it's dexterity. So I roll a D8 and I need a 9. I don't think it's worth doing. I think I'm just going to have to get a 12 to beat him. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to need a 12 to beat Rip Nugget, but first I have to fight Stickfoot. Which Stickfoot is the gecko. All about fighting these geckos. So I need a 9. What does Lim have in the way of helping? Lim is going to recharge a card to give him a D4. So he's going to recard the Sage, give him a D4. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's kind of close. But I get +4 to fight this guy. I'm so sad. He's going to go into one of these other decks. But I immediately get to close the location. I don't even think you have to try to check. You just close whenever you beat him at the wrong location. You can't do it. Okay. I need a 9. I add 4 to this dice roll. It's a D10, a D8, and a D4. So let's see how this works. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 beats Stickfoot. Stickfoot is done. It is time to go after Mr. Rip Nugget. I'm going to rip him a nugget. We are going to go Longsword, which is the D8 plus the D10. We are going to go discard the Scimitar to add another D6 plus 1. So now I'm looking at a 5 bonus to this. Whenever I discard weapons, I may recharge them instead. So I'm basically throwing a Scimitar at the dude. Does Lim want to do anything? I have this, but it's so sad to waste it. I think I'm going to go overkill. I think I should just recharge. I'm going to recharge to give him another D4 because, you know, always having an extra 1 doesn't help. So I have a D10, a D8, a D6, and a D4, plus 5 to try to defeat Mr. Ripnugget here. I need a 12 to get him. Got a big crown, got big knives, got big gems, got goblin wives. Me, chief. Him, big gecko. Nugget, make a face. A recco. That's a creepy song, Mr. Ripnugget. How about these Ripnuggets? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25. You are defeated, but not defeated. So this automatically closes. We put these back. Man, I'm going so slow through these things. It's not good for my health. So whenever you defeat the villain, and you would normally, if there's characters at other locations, they get a chance to close the location to keep him from running away. Since I'm playing with both characters in the same location, teaming up together, it's not necessarily helpful if you run into him in the locations that you're working on, because you don't have a chance to corner him in a different one. So what you do is you take a random blessing from the blessing deck, and you take him, and you shuffle them into the open locations. So sometimes they could be underneath the henchmen that are in those locations, or Ripnugget could end up being under the henchman that's in those locations. I defeated a goblin, so I have to roll a d6 or take one. If I get a 1, I take 1 damage. I got a 6, so I'm good on that. And it's each character location takes 1 fire damage. Ugh. That'd be terrible. So we'll see which one Ripnugget's actually in. Maybe you guys know. I was not paying close enough attention. Which you're not supposed to do. Alright, Longsword goes back to my hand. I need to draw a card to get up. Awesome. That helps. And then it will be Lim's turn. So flip this over to start. Discard 2 cards to add 2 dice to a non-combat dexterity check. I feel like I've seen that before, like a bajillion times. I'm going to, at the start of my turn, trade Detect Evil with Cure in my hand, because curing is a good thing. Man, I don't have that many cards in my hand. So here, there's two monsters. There's two monsters at both of these. No spells here. There's two spells here. Here, when closing, banish either a blessing or the Father. And if you defeat a monster, you may add a blessing from your discard pile to your hand. That seems good. Here, you had to defeat a bandit henchman to close. We'll go over here. I mean, there's spells. We're gonna go where the spells are. All right, and Lim is going to explore the Sandpoint Cathedral. Cure. Every spell so far has been cure. I promised to you that I shuffled that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get that Wisdom Divine with my D10. I'm just going to go for it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm going to get +1 to this D10 roll. 7, 8, which is more than the 6 needed. Cure goes into my hand. Guess what I'm going to play? I'm going to play Cure to cure me. I'm going to roll a D4. I get to take 2 random cards from my discard pile. And shuffle them into my deck. And was left behind with a Detect Evil. I was kind of hoping that the Blessing would stay, because I need that. And then I'm actually going to try to recharge the Cure this time, because normally I put the Cure in the discard pile because he can pull stuff out of the discard pile, and it's cool to just switch spells and take the Cures. But I am going to actually try to recharge this time, so I need a Divine 8. So I need a 7 or higher on the die because I get +1 to that. I got a 3, so it still goes to my discard pile. Wishful thinking. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in hand, so I got to draw 2. 1, 2. I was hoping for more blessings. Oh well. Valros, it is your turn, sir. Valros is going to reveal the blessing. Blessing of the gods. Valros goes here to the city gate. If it's Rip Nugget on the top, it'd be so good. Nope. Grizzled Mercenary. That is Charisma Diplomacy 6. I get D6. Let's just do this. I get D6 plus 2. I got a 4. So I get to add my 2 to that, which makes me get this guy. Bury a card to add 1d8 to your combat check at your location. Discard this card to explore a location. If you encounter a boon, banish it. That sucks. Like, boons, anything that's good is a boon. Like, he just makes you banish it. I'm keeping the dude. Bury this card to add 1d8 to your combat check at your location. Bury this card to add 1d8. That's really good at a combat check, so he can help other people. Yeah, I'll just keep him. It's going to be the end of my turn, so I'm going to discard the chainmail because my hand is too big. And it is back to Lim. Lim is going to reveal Rip Nugget and Stickfoot. Lim, why do you have to fight them? You're kind of wimpy. Okay, so Velros is going to try to close his location because if Lim ends up defeating Rip Nugget and Stickfoot, he won't be able to escape to the city gate, which would be really good. So here I have to summon and defeat a bandit henchman before everybody else. So Velros has to do this. So bandit henchman. Bandit. He's a strength 8. What is this guy's ability? Before the encounter, Recharge a card of your choice from your hand. That seems not good at this current situation. If you defeat, you may immediately close this location. I don't think that part. Oh yeah, it does work because I'm trying to close. So let's see. So I've got the Icy Long Spear, which lets me have my D10 plus a D8 for the Icy Long Spear plus 1, so now I'm getting plus 5 to my combats. And I'm also going to discard the Long Spear to add another D6, which that gets recharged because of Velrus' special ability. And we are going to roll that. This is plus 5, and I need an 8. I have a D10, a D8, and a D6. I think we're good on this. I'm more worried about Liv over there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 again. That bandit is slightly dead. The Icy Long Spear goes back in my hand. This is temporarily closed. So if I don't defeat Rib Nugget and Stickfoot right here, then it's not going to happen. Velrose cannot help out at all with this. He has no blessings or anything. What good are you? Okay. Here we are. So before the encounter, succeed on a Stealth 9 check. Or Rib Nugget gets plus 2. I'm more worried about the other one. Okay. Oh man, I'm not going to get too many pluses on this. I'm just going to go with that. I'm just going to go with the dexterity on that. Heart of the dice. Nope, he is going to be plus 12. So I'm going to reveal the Deathbane light crossbow. I get a D8 plus a D8 plus 2 because the Deathbane crossbow gives me 1. Dexterity is plus 1 because of the feat bonus. I'm going to... I need to save that for when I fight Rib Nugget, not for Stickfoot. I'm going to discard the Archer to add a D4. Well, I'm going to recharge the Archer to add a D4 to my combat check, or my ranged combat check, which is that's what this is. So here we go, Mr. Stickfoot. I have 2 D8s plus a D4 plus 2, and I need a 9. Come on. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Stickfoot, the gecko, you have nowhere to hide. You have nowhere to run. I'm coming after you, Mr. Rib Nugget. Got a big crown, got big knives, got big gems for goblin wives. Me big chief, him big gecko, who's dead. Nugget make your face a recco. That's not funny, man. Just calm down with that. Calm down with that. That is just too much. All right. Deathbane crossbow, D8 plus a D8. Blessing of Lamshu. Bury this card to add 2 dice to a check to defeat a monster. He is a monster, so I'm going to add 2 more D8s. If I have 2 more D8s, D8 and D8. Where's the pink one? Pink one will actually show up. There we go. Alright, and I have nothing else. So 4 D8s plus 2 to try to get 12. It can still go bad. Come on. I'll make your face a recco. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 to Mr. Rip Nugget. And I defeated the villain. There's no open locations. So that is the end of the game. So yeah, good times. This was Pathfinder the Adventure Card Game. Hopefully you enjoyed this Let's Play. This was the Attack on Sandpoint, the first mission in the Burnt Offerings. I'm going to try to go through all that so I have a good excuse to buy the expansions because there's a lot of them out now. I'm actually really excited about some of them. I'm like, man, I really want those expansions. I should probably actually play through the game so that I have a reason to buy them. Anyway, if you like this, check out my channel. Please like and subscribe. I have other Let's Plays. Some of them I'm playing with my friends. I have a game where I played Pathfinder Adventure Card Game a time before this, and hopefully there'll be times after this that I'll play it, so you guys can check those out too. Anyway, I guess I'll talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching. If you made it this far, you're awesome. Make sure to comment and tell me how far you are in Pathfinder. Like, have you got the expansions? Have you had many characters die? Just let me know. Talk to you guys later. Peace.